Hello, people. How are people out there doing today? This is Miguel Sanchez with the next episode of The World of Blocks. Now, as you see, my voice looks a little bit different because I got sick. But that's okay. I can still fight this together. Yes, I'm gonna fight the cold and make this happen. And I'm not gonna say what I have. So thank you so much. I don't want my viewers to let them know, because I'll be in trouble. So sorry about that. But anyways, let's get into the episode, shall we? In our last episode, we took a look at Queen of the Blocks, Chapter 4, Twinkle Twinkle, which you'll find the link to at the top right corner of the screen. But now, the episode, shall we? Today, we are taking a look at Queen of the Blocks, Chapter 5, More Than Just Feelings. So, sorry my voice, it's a little weakened, but we will try to get through this together right now. Let's get into the episode, shall we? As always, credit goes out to Infinite Insanity Pit over on his DVR page. He was the one who made this happen. So thank you for the creation of the series. You want to go check out the link to his DVR page is in the description below. Thank you, Infinite Insanity Pit, for the creation of the series. One final thing, warning, Learning Blocks is the property of Blues Animation Studios, Alpha Blocks Limited, and the BBC. Of course, it is the British Broadcasting Corporation. No copyright infringement is intended. I own nothing. You have been warned. Thank you so much, and now, enjoy the story. The World of Blocks. Queen of the Blocks, Chapter 5. More Than Just Feelings. 2 had been thinking about what 20 said to him yesterday, about him and 1 becoming a couple. 2 had always considered her his best friend, but was there really something more between them? Maybe they could find out if they went with Iris today. After all, the next place to visit was Emotion Land, and who would be better at helping you sort out your emotions than emotions themselves? Thank you so much. W wanted to come too, thinking that maybe the emotion blocks would be able to help him understand why he kept getting sad and weeping. Since he was a child, E had to come with him to keep him out of trouble. Once Iris arrived in Neverland, 21 gathered everybody, and off they set. X. A yellow block with a propeller hat and pupils that looked like little suns was happily frolicking through a park. She was having so much fun that she didn't bother to look where she was going. Eventually, she bumped into somebody. She looked up to see a very tall block wearing an explorer's hat and backpack. The yellow block's eyes widened. Hello, she greeted, dumbstruck by the size of the stranger. I'm Joy. Who are you? I'm 21. This is Emotion Land, right? Yep, we're in Frontal Park right now. Perfect. 21 stepped aside to show Joy her companions. We're on a quest to beat all the emotion blocks. All of us? Well, in that case, Joy's appearance suddenly changed to that of a light yellow block with a headband. I'm Serenity. Whoa, what just happened? Each emotion block has a subdued and heightened form, explained Serenity. I'm Joy's subdued form. She then changed to a golden yellow block with a party hat. And I'm Ecstasy, Joy's heightened form. She then changed back into Joy, who took a bow. Yeah, very neat, agreed E. But where's everyone else? Asked Iris. Let's go find them, exclaimed Joy. The group followed her, eager to find out what else this place had to offer. X. The Periantol Plains was a vast landscape, and luckily, the next 2 emotion blocks were found right away. One was dark blue, with a light blue scarf and teardrop-shaped pupils. The other was red, with a dark red spiked collar and pupils that looked like flames. Give the blue block sad impression and the red block's grouchy one. It was hard to figure out which emotions these were. Sadness! Anger! Joy called out to them. Sadness gave a small smile upon seeing her, but Anger only scowled, flashing his sharp teeth. Who are those freaks? Anger asked rudely, pointing to the alpha blocks and number blocks, who were rather miffed by his attitude already. We're here to explore Emotionland, Iris answered. I'm Iris, and these are number blocks and alpha blocks. You mean your numbers and letters? Asked Sadness. Yep, replied one. Anger. Anger looked them all over in disapproval. Just what we need. More things given life. What's next? Fast food restaurants? I think we should give them a chance, said Sadness. They seemed pretty friendly. We are, Iris assured him. So, can we please see your subdued and hind forms? Oh, of course, said Sadness, before becoming lighter blue. His scarf is being replaced by a bow tie. I'm Pensiveness. Then he turned darker blue, and was now wearing a beautiful veil over his face. And I'm Grief. He changed back into Sadness, who seemed a tiny bit happy to be meeting new friends. Anger, it's your turn, said Joy. Anger growled. Fine. He turned light red, sporting a watch on his left wrist. I'm Annoyance. Then he became dark red, wearing boxing gloves and taking a fighting stance. And I'm Rage. Bring me out, and you'll regret it. He turned back into Anger before he decided to attack anyone. There! Happy? Very! Exclaimed 21. You guys are so fascinating. I haven't met any type of blood before who could become a different blood by themselves. Whatever, Anger said dismissively. Fear and disgust are at Temporal Tower if you want to combine them off. He sulked off. Sorry about him, Sad told the others. He's just naturally grumpy. Yeah, I was expecting that, said he. W walked up to Sadness. I feel sad a lot, he explained. I'm always weeping and wailing. You understand, right? Sadness looked at him with empathy. Yes, I do. It's okay to cry. We all have to let our tears out from time to time. But I will, and we weep too much, cried W. No, you don't, E reassured him. We all love you, W. He's right, said Sadness. You'll always have friends to care for you, just like I have Joy and the other emotion blocks. He looked over at his yellow companion, who immediately leapt over to hug him. I will always be there for my friends. She gave him a good squeeze before breaking away. Speaking of friends, 2 more of mine are at Temporal Tower. Let's go see them. Sadness waved goodbye to the group as they traveled across the plains. Soon, they spotted a few weird creatures floating around, which appeared to be colorful neurons. A yellow one floated up to Joy, who began petting it. This is a Neuro, she explained. They're very friendly, see? The Neuro wagged its tail happily. Soon, the group was swarmed by the friendly neurons. Oh boy, looks like we might be here for a while, said Iris, as she was overwhelmed by Neuros. After the Neuro swarm dispersed and the group left the Parietal Plains, they arrived at Temporal Tower. It was a tall green structure that reached up to the sky, almost touching the clouds. Whoa, that's tall, said one. This thing looked even taller than 100 standing up straight. Don't worry, there's a lift, Joy assured the other blocks as they went inside. Sure enough, there was an elevator, which everyone piled into. Joy pushed a random button, having a hunch that fear and disgust might be at that level. They weren't. It took several stops to reach the floor they were actually at. Oh, fear and disgust, are you up there? Are you up here? Joy called for what was probably the 7th time a startled yelp gave away the answer. "Come on, Veer," said a feminine voice. "It's only Joy." Out of a room stepped 2 blocks. One was bright purple with ascot of magenta pupils that were shaped like flowers. Clinging to her arm in front was a green block who wore a medical mask and had spiral-shaped pupils. When he saw the newcomers, he shrieked and ducked back inside the room. He poked his head out nervously. Who are you people?" he asked. There was absolutely no doubt that this was Fear. "These are letters and numbers," explained Joy. "Ain't that exciting?" The purple block looked at the other blocks, scanning for any signs of imperfection. All right. What jump do they have?" "Disgust!" Joy scolded her. "They're perfectly clean." "It's 2," said 2. "There's nothing to fear from us." Upon hearing him say this, Fear mustered up the courage to step outside the room, though he still stood behind Disgust with a scared expression. You're not dangerous in the slightest?" "Of course not," said he, reassuringly. "We're just here to explore Emotion Land." Fear then changed to a brighter green color, now wearing a vest and looking suspicious. I don't know about this. What if they are here to conquer us?" "What? Never!" said W. "Do we look like we want to take over anyone's home?" asked one, getting sick of this guy's paranoia. "I suppose you have a point." The bright green block changed back into Fear. Sorry about that. I tend to get paranoid and turn into apprehension." "Can we see your other form?" asked 21. Fear's eyes widened. "You mean my heightened form? Oh, you insist." He turned dark green, wearing a robe and shaking in fright. Terror!" He quickly switched back to Fear before he had a panic attack. "I'm getting bored," Disgust complained, which causes her to transform into a light purple block who wore a collar and a tie. Guess I'm boredom now." And you have the form?" 21 urged. Boredom sighed. "Fine." Her color shifted to dark purple, and she was now wearing a collar with a heart-shaped pendant. The pendant had a jagged line running through it, indicating a broken heart. "I'm loathing." She turned away from the group. "I'm starting to hate being here." "Well, I guess that's our cue to leave," said Iris. "Who's next?" "Trust and Surprise told me earlier that they'd be in the Occipital Park. Occipital Peak," answered Joy. "You got a lot to view." XXX. Joy was right. The view at Occipital Peak was amazing. And sure enough, 2 emotion blocks were already there, admiring the scenery of Emotion Land. One was light green with a sash and gold-colored shield-shaped pupils. The other was blue with a jester's hat and red exclamation point-shaped pupils. The blue block turned around, then gave an exclamation of "Whoa!" upon seeing the new blocks. She stumbled backwards and might have fallen off the cliff if the green block hadn't grabbed her arm to prevent that. "Thanks, Trust. I just got surprised by those guys." Trust turned around to see Joy and the other million blocks. "Oh, who are these blocks, Joy?" "Alpha blocks and number blocks," Joy answered. "I can already tell that they're trustworthy," said Trust. "After all, you seem to have become friends with them." "Yep," Joy turned to her companions. "Guys, meet Trust and Surprise." "We're sorry we startled you, Surprise," apologized W. "It's fine," said Surprise. "I get startled a lot." These blocks aren't emotions like us," Joy explained to her fellow emotion blocks. "They're letters and numbers. You can accept that, right?" Right on cue, Trust turned a lighter shade of green, and the graduation cap appeared on her head. "Of course I can." Then she realized what Joy had just done. "Hey, wait a minute. You tricked me into showing them my subdued form, didn't you? Maybe, Joy giggled. I'm not upset in the slightest, said Trust. In fact, she turned a darker shade of green, now with a flower on her head. I admire your cleverness, Joy. The emotions you just saw were acceptance and admiration, Joy explained, after Trust turned back to normal. And now for surprise, Joy pulled a balloon out of nowhere and let it fly by the blue block, catching her attention and causing her to shift to a light blue glasses appearing on her face. Oh, said the subdued surprise. Then she snapped out of it and turned back to the rest of the group. Oh, dang! You turned me into distraction. Then she gave a small smile. Guess all that's left is for me to become amazement. Her regular glasses were replaced by 3D glasses as her color turned to a dark blue. Ta-da! Excellent! Exclaimed E. Are there any emotions left to encounter? Only anticipation, replied Joy. He might be at the Cerebellum Stadium. Let's go find out. XXX. Cerebellum Stadium was where the emotion blocks held games and concerts. Right now, the only occupant was Anticipation, or rather, his heightened form, Vigilance. He was dark orange with a green superhero cape, and his pupils looked like yellow stars. He was currently training to fight with practice dummies. When he spotted Joy and her new friends, he switched back to his normal form, which was bright orange with a lighter green bow tie. He walked over to the group, excited to meet these newcomers. Hi, hey, Joy, he greeted. Who are your new friends? After learning who the alpha blocks and number blocks were, his orange color turned lighter as his bow tie was replaced by a molecule, which he adjusted as he stared at the new blocks. Fascinating. I'm interested, and I have to ask, how many things are personified as blocks? A lot, actually, said Iris, causing Interest's molecule to pop off his face in surprise. Oh my. He turned back into Anticipation. I'm so excited by the thought of meeting them all. You will be able to do so at the party 16 is planning, one mentioned. Joy's eyes sparkled upon hearing this. Ooh, I love parties. I'm going to make sure everyone comes along, even Ager. So, that's all the emotion blocks? Asked Iris. Almost, said Anticipation. Should I run up the others? Oh boy, you're going to love this, exclaimed Joy. Her new friends were sure to be amazed by what she was planning to show them. XXX. Anger grumbled in frustration. I just want to get this over with. Anticipation had brought all the other emotion blocks to Cerebellum Stadium. And Iris sat with her group, waiting to see what the emotions were planning to show them. Oh, okay, everyone, let's do this, said Joy, having paired up each emotion block. Just link arms and let the magic happen. They all did, as she said, and each pair was enveloped by a bright light. When lights subsided, the 8 main emotion blocks had been replaced by 4 new blocks. Joy and Trust became a pink block with a white sash and angel wings. Her pupils being red hearts. Hello, friends. I'm Love. Surprise and Fear were now a white block with a blue backwards baseball cap and black eyes with large white pupils. And I have awe. And it's awesome to be here. He laughed at his own pun. Sadness and disgust's fusion was dark gray, with a lighter gray hoodie and light red eyes. His pupils were slits, and his expression was one of grief. I'm remorse. Anger and Anticipation's fusion was a much angrier looking aqua green block. who wore a Roman gladiator helmet and had completely red eyes. I'm aggressiveness! He immediately proved it by attacking a nearby dummy, tearing chunks out of it with his sharp teeth. That's amazing! Exclaimed 21. Numberblocks confused too. Well, add up with each other. Why don't you prove it? Asked Tiki 1 and 2 silently urging them on. They did as he asked, adding up into 3. How do you like that? She said boastfully before splitting back into 1 and 2. Okay, that was awesome! Love fluttered over to 1 and 2. I can sense that. You two like each other a lot, she noted, causing the 2 surprised Numberblocks to light up. What? What do you mean? Asked 2. I can always sense the spark of love between the two people, answered the pink emotion block. Why don't we move on? Said 1, feeling awkward. Oh, that's right. We still got another set of fusions to show you. Love split back into joy and trust, and the other fusions split as well. The emotion blocks rearrange themselves and fuse again into new blocks. Fear fused with trust to create a dark gray block wearing a lighter gray beanie. His pupils were light gray and shaped like rectangles, and he shook nervously. Hi, he said quietly. I'm Submission. Surprise and sadness became a brown block with a military helmet and badge. Her pupils were gray, upside-down triangles, and her expression was stern. I'm Disapproval. She stepped away from the rest of the group and huffed, clearly not wanting to be here right now. Disgust and anger made a magenta block with a black beret and pink oval-shaped pupils. I'm Contempt. She stood next to Disapproval as she eyed the rest of the blocks with disgust. Lastly, Joy and Anticipation fused into a yellow-orange block who had sparkling blue eyes. On her arms and legs were bracelets and anklets with flowers on them. I'm Optimism, and I'm so glad to meet all of you. I'm sure we'll all become best friends forever. Yeah, if only all of us emotion blocks could be friends, said Submission. What do you mean? Asked Iris. Oh well, Optimism suddenly looked a bit sad and split apart so Joy can explain. Let me put it this way. Me and Anticipation can be into Optimism, but we can never meet her because we're a part of her. And Optimism can't meet Love, Anticipation added, because Joy is in both of them. Iris and her group understood, but they quickly thought of a solution. Actually, 21 piped up, there is a way for you to meet your fusions. Really? Joy's eyes twinkled as the rest of the fusions split apart. All eight main emotion blocks focused their attention on 21. Back home, there's a magic mirror that clones number blocks, explained 1. It's how we keep making bigger numbers. If it works on color blocks too, it might work on you guys. All the emotion blocks were ecstatic as this idea. Even Anger looked excited, but nobody was happier about this than Joy, who turned ecstasy and started dancing around. Hooray! We're gonna meet our fusions and become best friends forever. She turned to Iris. So, when can we get this mirror? 16th party will be hosted in Neverland, said Iris. You can get some mirrors there. Ooh, I can't wait, shouted Anticipation. Thank you so much for this. It's no problem, said 21. There's plenty of mirrors to go around. XXX. That evening, 1 and 2 were having a walk in the forest of Neverland. So, 1 began, do you think Love's right? I mean, do you think we make a good couple? 2 was taken aback by her forwardness. Oh, his blocks lit up. Maybe. Do you think we should give it a shot? 1 started glowing. Well, I do like you a whole lot. 2 smiled down at her. I like you a lot too. And then, without warning, 1 jumped up and kissed 2. She held onto his arms as she prolonged the kiss. Two were shot, but soon gave into it. They both glowed and even brighter as they stayed like that for a while. Finally, they broke away, and one landed on the ground, surprised that she'd so suddenly done that. Then she looked up and smiled. So, what do you think of that? Honestly, I love it, replied Two. This was the moment when 1 and 2 finally became romantically involved. To be continued. And just like that, Chapter 5 is complete, ladies and gentlemen. Is over. We have more than just feelings and that. And speaking of joy, anger, disgust, fear, and sadness, they all reference the main emotions of Disney and Pixar's Inside Out, which I totally watch all the time. And of course, you can go watch it right now on Disney Plus. Make sure you go check that out on your mobile device or desktop or on your computer or your TV screen. So, but anyway, yes, it's over. Thanks so much for watching another episode of The World of Blocks. Yes. I'm sorry for the voice. Sorry that my voice is down a little bit. I'm a little bit sick, but that's okay. I'll try to recover as soon as I can. Yeah, and don't forget, I have a new episode of the National Journal that just came out today. The link to that is on the top right corner of your screen. Click on the info card. And I think that's pretty much it. You have no idea what I'm saying. But yes, thank you for tuning in today. And don't forget, Logo History 2, number 5, is still in progress. Yeah, still currently working on it. But I'll try to get it complete. And I'll have the episode ready in Miami. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, the playlist of Logo History 2 is on the top right corner of your screen. But with that by the time, thank you so much for watching. I've been Gus, you be yourself. And I will see you next time with another episode of The World of Blocks. Next time in The World of Blocks, we continue Queen of Blocks with Chapter 6. Take me home, Country Blocks. Oh my gosh. We're going to Countryland next time. And as we go around the world in the next episode of Queen of the Blocks. So take me home, Country Blocks, next time on The World of Blocks. So we'll see you guys there. We'll see you in Countryland for the next episode. Until then, forever here in The World of Blocks, I'm Miguel Sanchez. And as always, please remember to leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on notifications to never miss a new video. Sorry about that, people. Please subscribe to the channel with notifications on to never miss another new video from me as we're on the road to 200 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Miguel Sanchez. You be yourself. And have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next episode of The World of Blocks. Right, we're here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you very soon. I will see you guys later. Peace, guys. Bye for now. Laters.